Hello everybody, welcome back to Roblox again. I do like Roblox.
I
And today we are here with Bluebear in this interview room.
Bob.
We tried making our own, but it kept saying unavailable and he couldn't figure out how to post it. Today we are
I
just going to be having an interview and a talk about just something simple. It's an interview about two things. Stupid things we did as kids. As well, we still are kids, so I guess the stupid things we did or still do, and and then the second one, like fake friends, because this dude wanted to talk about it, and I agreed. All right, let's just go ahead and get started.
call first dibs.
Fine. All right, what's the stupid thing you did?
When I was younger, I had this urge to eat random stuff. Sometimes I would suck on my shirt. Other times I would try and eat pillows. Other times I would just straight up try and eat my own blanket.
Then what?
And then my teeth started getting done, so I stopped, and that was good as new. So,
So it's my turn now.
yeah.
A stupid thing that I did was something that ended up hurting me, but I didn't even realize it. So what happened was I was at Dexter Park. I was like 4 or 5 when it happened. Um, Me and this random kid, I don't really know, I kind of forgot who he was. We ended up finding pine cones, and then there was this big like stage dome, and we ended up throwing pine cones around a stage. I don't really know where we got the pine cones, but we just kind of found them. And eventually mine ended up actually falling off of the stage because there's little arches on the side of it. It fell off of the
Damn.
stage. And,
Dang.
huh?
That's bad. You must have been screaming like a screaming chicken.
No. We were throwing pine cones around a stage area. Anyways, and then my pine cone ended up falling out of one of the arches on the it's on stage on the side because there's like one every like 2 inches, maybe not 2 inches, maybe like 5. Anyways, and then I jumped down, but I ended up landing on my knees. That wasn't like the bad part though, because that part didn't really hurt. I didn't even realize it, but like I grabbed it and then I stood back up, and then like I felt something like dripping like down my leg. I was like, what is that? I looked down, and then there was just like, I'm pretty sure you know what it was, going like all the way down my leg. Now, like, you ever know that feeling where like you are like bleeding, and then like it doesn't hurt, and but then you realize that you're bleeding, and then you start to freak out?
Let's just call it oof juice.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I ran over to, I forgot who it was. It was one of my family members. We ended up putting a singular band-aid on it. And turns out what happened was some person decided to just randomly leave a piece of glass conveniently where my pine cone jumped down. Now, my theory, the pine cone planned it all. It planted the glass and then it waited for me to pick it up and then throw it around, and then it flew out of the arch to make me land on it. And I have a feeling that it was all because of the pine cone. It planned it. Now, Bluebear, is there anything else you did that was stupid?
Alright,
Probably.
mine also involves pain. So remember this one time me and my sister were bouncing on this red ball, pretty large, named Sussy, don't ask why. We were bouncing around it near a sharp table that had a sharp edge. And I was bouncing around until I hit my eyebrow onto the sharp edge, and my eyebrow was open. I still have a scar.
Dang.
So I ran to the stairs, screamed the loudest I can, and we didn't have to get stitches. Just a big old band-aid.
Band-Aids solve everything.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, I think there is one other thing I did that was like not necessarily like stupid, but I just kind of want to say because I did it when I was like younger. So at my old house before this one, we moved like 3 times. I had, it was like, alright, so my room was down like a hallway, and I still had the smallest room. And past the living room and to the right, there is the kitchen. And at the time, I was really obsessed with slices of cheese, like American cheese. So I ended up being the genius I am. And what I did was I went in there and I grabbed a piece of cheese, maybe 2. And then I was going to go back to my room, but then I heard my dad walking up the stairs. Mosquito. And
Okay.
now to the left of my kitchen, there is actually a table. To like the left of the doorway to the kitchen, there's a table. Now, just judging by my horror game logic, I went under the table, and believe it or not, it worked. He walked right past me and went to the bathroom. Now, when he was at the bathroom, I went back
For a second, the mess song starts playing.
into, and then I went back to my room, and I ate my cheese. That's all. That's all it was. That's all it was.
Oh, I thought he was gonna come out and find you.
No. Do you have anything else to? I'm gonna smack the crap out of this mosquito. All right, your turn.
I got 2 things. One time I bit into an anvil when I was still biting everything and trying to eat it. And this other time, you ever know that one time where you touch a bruise and it hurts, and then your mind just tells you to do it again?
Yeah.
I did that for a whole entire 10 minutes.
Okay.
For no reason, but I wanted to.
Dang.
And shall we move on to the next subject?
Honestly, yeah, sure. I only got one person for this. So,
Who's it?
do you want to go first or should I go first?
You should go first.
Okay. So, he used to be a fake friend, but we ended up kind of just like making it up like silently over time. But now I'm not going to exactly say who this person is because, I'm not that mean. But for now, I'm just going to call him Jerry. Now, me and Jerry were overall good friends. We met one day, I don't remember how, and then we just became friends because that's how it works. And then, now, over time, as like time went on, I started to realize something. Now, if you guys have ever like had like a friend that does this, let me know. Actually, no, maybe don't let me know. But if you do, nice. Anyways, it was like whenever I went over to his house to like, I don't know, like hang out downstairs or something and like mess around with the workout equipment and play stuff on TV, he was nice to me. Like he was cool. But then whenever we got to school, then he was like around his other friends, and there's always that like one group of people who are like there's like the most known group throughout like the school. He was like kind of part of that group, and that whenever he was around them, or like one of those people, he would like be like a bit rude to me, and I never really understood why, but I think I thought it was like he was trying to like fit in. So I decided if he's gonna keep treating me like that, we're not gonna be friends. But around like No, not 8 years, Jesus. Like 4 years after, I ended up seeing him on a Snapchat. So I decided to add him back, call him and see what's going on. Turns out they were planning to move to somewhere else. And overall, we weren't like as good of friends as we were before. But now we're just kind of like what I would like to call passerbys, people who like used to be good friends but aren't anymore. But they still are kind of like say like a hi here and hi there. So that's pretty much what happened with mine. Now, what about yours, Bluebear?
This is from the guy that I was talking to you earlier while we were making the maps.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name. Alright, so it's a guy online that I've been friends with, and I've been talking to you about it. Well, we were about making the video. Anywho, that guy decided, and we're just gonna call him Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby decided to make fun of me, being mean to me, just to get this random guy's approval. I sent him a picture of me not having the shotgun, and he still said it was me. And they just beat the ever living heck out of me, sent me down a whole entire wall.
Dang.
You know, they just straight up hated me and then flushed me in the toilet. After when I got off that Pacific game, he said sorry about it, and I just straight up rejected that sorry.
What, did you unfriend him?
Nah, I forgave him for that after that, but it was another thing that got me to unfriend him,
Okay.
which you already know about.
Well, it's kind of like the same situation I was in, where like they act friendly too when it's just you, but then like around other people, they're like mean.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, you know what he did to get him unfriended.
yes.
Anywho, moving on to the next subject. See you go.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, I just got done.
Oh, I don't have anything else. That was all I could really think of. Yeah, I don't really have any other like necessarily fake friends. That's like only like my first one.
I got one
However,
more.
I do have this one other person, and I won't say that we're really like fake friends, but it was just kind of weird. So this is when I first got my computer. I ended up meeting this guy. His name was like I'm just gonna say like part of it, like the first part of his name. It starts with Crab, and then basically I'm gonna say he wasn't really the most clean mouthed person, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, sure. Anyways, he basically so what happened with us is basically I never really approved of him like with all like the stuff he did, but the thing was, I at the time I just got my computer, and I didn't really like have like I didn't really think it was like a good idea to like unfriend him because at the time I was more of like a goody two shoes, I guess. It's like I worried more about like what others like thought of what I did. Yeah, I was like, if I did this, what would happen to him, and I wouldn't know. So I ended up just playing with him like every here and there whenever he like contacted me. And then eventually, when I was playing Repo, I ended up meeting Bluebear. Right here, actually. Yeah. Now after that, I just kind of stopped playing with him. I kind of ignored him, and then like eventually, he just kind of went away. I'm guessing he unfriended me, and honestly, that was fine because after I met Bluebear, I was kind of was like, I was probably gonna do it anyways. Yeah.
Yes,
Um.
I am.
Do you have any others?
I got one more. It was the victim of Bobby.
The victim of Bobby.
The guy that said those words that I repeated to you again when we weren't recording.
Okay.
So, this guy ended to be my friend. Even though that, he probably hated me and would just probably because every time we got in a group call with Bobby, he always acted mean. And for some reason, the victim was trying to make me.
I cannot hear you because you keep grabbing your mic and it's making squeaking sounds.
Alright, I'll reset. So, anywho, the guy that, the guy that said the words when we weren't recording.
Yeah.
So, what I did after that, what he tried to do after that was diabolical. He tried to make a bigger friendship with me, and he tried to look funny and like happy, but yet I didn't really have a
So
good
it was.
feeling.
So it's like friend baiting. It's basically like friend baiting.
Yeah, that is true. But I didn't have a good feeling about this guy when we first become friends. I did have a good feeling about this guy, but after we met Bobby, the weird dude, it all sort of like flipped. I start having like less trust in him off of what he was doing with Bobby. And then eventually, after the night of day 2 of playing with Bobby and that other dude, I unfriended them both because he sent that to the main group chat, the words that I told you, to
Okay.
the group chat and personally to me.
Dang.
So, just because of all of that, I had to bang our friendship. Not like, I'm not gonna say that. I literally pretend I had a gun and I shot the friendship.
So you pretty much just
Yeah.
unfriended them like completely.
Yeah. And yet, Bobby still tries to become my friend.
Dang.
Alright, if you're out, I'll say one more.
I honestly don't have anything else directly.
Alright, so my last and final objection of never friending Bobby is that as soon as he got you in the trap, he will either roast you or do something with your friend. Which luckily it didn't happen to you, but it happened to the others. So he roasted me 4 times just because I had anger issues, and yet he still tries to give me the friend request. He yet sent me already through at least 5 more friend requests, and he's probably gonna send me another one. Life
You
is
gotta
good.
stop grabbing your mic, dude. It's just. That's what it sounds like.
Alright, so that's my story about Bobby.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't have anybody else. Is that all?
Yeah, that is.
Alright. Also, I never actually fully looked around at this map. You got hippos, bucks.
Money, 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 money.
We got flowers. We got some trees. There's a big great box over there. I can kind of see what's in it. It's like, as of now, I can't really see what's in it. Oh, it's just
What's underneath the platform? What the heck?
What the heck is that? I cannot see who that is. If you guys know who that is, let me know, because I do not know what that is. Oh. Oh.
No
Alright. Big thanks to Hippos Liker, or whatever it is, for making this interview room, because ours kept saying unavailable for some reason. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and goodbye.